So the technique in our detecting has never been any different. It's always been low and slow. It's no point rushing through the bush really fast, alright? You want to be low on the ground, you want to just about hug the ground. You know, I've had a lot of years of practice getting it probably a millimetre above the ground. Most of our gold in the goldfield situation comes in the first 4 to 6 inches or 100 to 150 mils. If I'm up there, I've just missed most of the gold we find. And the same applies if it's an ounce piece of gold, you know, down this far or further down. If you're a millimetre or a centimetre off its limit, you're going to miss it. Okay, it is so important. Low and slow, follow the contours. So if I come off the top of this ridge here like this is the malachite. There's no point in going down like that. If I'm back up there, I'm not going to hear anything. I need to roll my wrist, follow the contours. And you'll see my little steps I'm taking. Don't take any bigger steps than that. It's really just creeping along. I call it creeping up on the targets. Take it by surprise. Right, so low and slow, you can see I'm moving my wrist both ways, and that's why this guide arm's really good. It helps control your movement. There's no weight on my arm, on my right arm that's hanging onto the detector. All it's doing is hang onto the handle, that's it. And all the work really is being done by both arms, but by this guide arm especially, so low and slow. It'll make the difference between you finding targets regularly and gold targets regularly, or not perhaps finding so many. So just that's the best advice I can give you. Low and slow. Nice little target there. Let's give it a balance. 1. Let's have another listen. Okay, so that's a nice little target, and that's telling me it's about there somewhere. So I'll scrape a little bit away, clear it a bit. Have another listen. Alright, so you can hear that. And we balanced it so it's unlikely to be ground noise. It could be a hot rock. It's unlikely. Alright, so it's telling us it's in a line through there, and about next marks the spot there. So let's give it a dig. Just taking my bungee cord off, put the machine aside a little bit, flatten it off so it doesn't fall over. So all that extra noise you can hear at the moment is electrical interference. That was the pick. Let's just scrape this a bit. Bring it back to there, flatten it off. Have a listen to this. Good, so it's still there. Now I'm going to pull this back a bit further. It's our legal responsibility no matter where you detect in Australia, or really worldwide as far as I'm concerned. If you dig a hole, make a scrape, you fill it back in. There is no excuses, you know. Sometimes I can dig holes that are much deeper than this pick. It can take me half an hour to dig a deep hole. It takes me 30 seconds to fill it in, so there's no excuses. So I'm going to balance this machine again. Have another listen. Okay, so it's still there. So I'll put the pick down. I'll just watch the tip of I call it the nose of the coil. Watching the nose of the coil. When we hear it, we know it's underneath the front of the nose. That's telling me it's in through there a bit. All right. Once again, repeat the process. Put the detector down, pull back your dirt, so I don't want the new dirt mixed up with the old dirt. A bit more of a scrape. I'll put that aside. It won't be in that, I wouldn't have thought, unless it's stuck on a bit of clay. That sort of rock does not contain gold. Flatten it off, and the reason we flatten off, if it's a little tiny target, small target, we might put too much dirt on top of it and actually bury it, alright? Good, so it's still on the ground, good. That's telling us it's up in that area there, okay? Once again, put the machine down. It all becomes just a process of what we do. Pull this back, do a bit more dig in here. It's lovely clay. That's the sort of clay that the old timers found a lot of their gold in. And we find a lot of lead shot, of course, in this sort of ground as well. Alright, so I think I've buried it in there somewhere. Let's have another listen. Okay, just give it a balance. So there it is there. So we look at the tip of the coil. I call it the nose of the coil, so I nose my way through. When we hear it, when it's peaking, we know it's underneath the tip of that coil, so it's in through there. I can come in with the side of my coil now. So that's telling me it's right there. Okay, so with this scoop, that's the flattest part. Always use the flattest part of your scoop. There's no point doing the bended, the curved areas. And don't do this sort of thing. Put your scoop down, broom into it, give it a good shake. So you can hear it in there. I'll just move it a bit closer so you can hear the noise. It's definitely that one. Now, this is a mono coil, remember? So the windings, it's active around the outside, nothing happens in here. So when I'm searching for this target, I've got to come right across. It's no point doing that sort of thing. If it's a small target, off you won't hear it. So come across, edge the coil somewhere. There's no point looking for it. I'm going to halve it, put half into this hand. Give it another shake. So now it's in my hand, okay? Tip that out. I've got to fill my hole, so I might as well start filling it up now. Halve it again. So it's still in the hand. Halve it again. So it's in there. And see, sometimes you won't hear it in certain parts of the coil. Throw my hand away. Now a lot of people say to me at this point, what if there's a second target? If there's a second target, when I've finished finding this one, I will then search the hole, rebalance my machine, search the hole again for any other targets. And that's important to do. Often we get more than one target out of the hole. We had Charlie a while back in West Australia, got 32 pieces of gold out of one hole, and another young fella called Rob who got 68 pieces out of one hole. So yes, it's really important to check your holes, okay? Often a loud target will mask a small target. I think this might be okay. I think this is actually a piece of gold, which is pretty good. Hold that in my fingers. Put it back in there. Okay. Now, this mound here, it's actually been scraped by someone at some stage. They've actually cleared it all off, but they obviously didn't have a 2300, or if they did, they didn't have the settings that we're using. I'll show you, it's tiny, but it's gold. And we would not have heard that had we not been low and slow, alright? So it's tiny, but it's gold, and that's what I call my bread and butter gold. We find that sort of size piece most days, okay? So we would not have heard that at all had we been going fast or had been high. So it's so important, low and slow. Okay, there's another noise there. It's a nice noise. We're only about 3 metres away from took that last lot of last shot where we got another little tiny bit of gold. If you have a look, I didn't show you before, but I'm going to show you now. That's just about on top of the ground we're hearing that. You watch, I'll come up a bit high, you watch, that happens. You hardly even hear it, so look. So if there's a bit of stick on top of that, like that maybe, come across there, you can't hear it. So that's why it's so important to be so close to the ground. Just put a bit of that away. I'll work my way back. Right, so it's telling me it's about there somewhere. So take the bungee cord off. Grab my pick. Clear an area back here to put the dirt. A little bit of a scrape. Of course, it's started to rain as well now, so this is supposed to be summertime. So it's still on the ground, isn't it? Good. We'll do this nice and quick. So it's getting louder and it's still on the ground, so I'll keep pulling this back, so just repeat, it's a process. Cutting it off. So it's out. I'm not going to use the magnet, I'm going to go straight to the scoop. So it's right back to that corner there, just back here. Not in that one, that goes in the hole. I'm going to fill it in anyway. Just re-pinpoint where it was. So it's down in here. unfortunately it's starting to rain quite heavily. In there, halve it. It's in my hand, halve it. Halve it again. Keep halving all the time. Might be encouraging as well, I reckon. It's in that one there, so it's in a little bit of clay. Ah, it's another piece of gold. So once again, another thing said, another tiny bit of gold, but you saw the difference of just lifting just a little bit off the ground and it got missed altogether. So it's another piece of gold.